let's start with that, man. Without further ado, let's get into, man. So what is it that you do? Tell us, what do you do? And how'd you get into it? But I'm gonna ask you questions along the way because I purposely didn't want you to tell me much about your job and things
Gotcha.
like that because I wanted to get an honest and genuine reaction from everything. So, go ahead, do your thing.
So, I am a funeral director and embalmer. Um, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody! What a podcast.
Happy Halloween. But yeah, um, I've been in the industry for 9 years. Well, going on my ninth year in December.
Wow,
Pretty much working with dead people,
that
but
that
also working with living as well.
right.
Yeah.
So this is like not a lot of people get to hear what you do. Like I feel like we almost get to um what's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of just communicate with you or even get to know people like you until unfortunate events happen. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
You're
So
right.
like
You're right.
there's people out there that do what you do, but we don't appreciate them until
It happens.
it happens.
Yeah,
And
like I can say, like as I meet new people, um, everybody is stunned at what I do.
right.
But also basically, they are grateful for basically people in the industry. In this industry, I can say that um, everybody can't do it.
Yeah.
Like it really takes a special person to be able to do what we do,
100%.
and as well as see what we see, as well as because not only are we working with dead people, we're working with the living as well.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that emotion and stuff that basically
Yeah.
they go through, like that's pretty much projected onto us as well,
Yeah.
and we have to pretty much take that in as well. So it's a lot that we carry.
Yeah,
It
no, I
is.
feel you. By the way, if you wanna your mic, if you
Yeah.
wanna, make sure. So if when you
Yeah, so
turn
I
to
can be
me,
straight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and when you turn to me, just
Yeah.
speak into the mic. But
Okay.
man, dude, and you're 100% right though. I think I personally believe like it does take a special person, and I'm glad that you
Yeah.
know that and you feel that way because
Yeah.
I mean, me myself, I know there's never,
But
I kind
I
of
am
picture
gonna say
myself.
this though, like once you try it, it's nothing to it.
Nah, nah, I don't know about that
It's
one.
nothing to it. Once you get used to it, you're like, okay, this ain't bad.
So, okay, so talk to me then. What do you do as a funeral director? Like, what is it that you
So
constantly deal with, or what do you see a lot? And eventually, we'll get into like stories and whatnot.
gotcha. So pretty much, I did go to school for mortuary science. So, I have.
Wait, that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing,
Yeah,
homie.
it's a thing. Like
Wow.
it's almost. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we doggone near have to be doctors almost, like because we have to know the human body inside and out. So like
Wow.
it's deep. It's deep. It's a deep course, like
Right.
as well as a deep area of study. But like went to school basically for that. So I pretty much meet with families, plan services and stuff like that. I'm also basically a licensed coroner for the state of Georgia too. So I went to coroner school. I basically learned a little bit about that side. I used to work for Rockdale County,
Okay.
the coroner's office there. So I used to go out and pronounce bodies and stuff like that. Also, basically, I am with the funeral industry. Basically, I'm an embalmer as well. So I'm the person that goes in, preserve the body, dress them, and do all of that, and get them ready for the funeral.
But I'm gonna ask you questions after you get done with that because I have.
So
Go ahead,
yeah,
keep going.
so I do that as well. Basically, as well as with the funeral industry, there are other little jobs. I started off basically working as a removal tech.
Okay.
Like when I first started college, I actually started studying architecture. So
What a transition, bro.
I know, I know. I was in school. I was actually I went to SCAD. So like going to SCAD, it's expensive. So I needed a part-time gig or whatever on the weekends. I was like, I can do that on the weekends. Saturdays, oh yeah, I can do it.
What a part time, man.
So I approached the funeral home, and I did that probably like a year or whatever. Well, no, I take that back. So I started December. I remember the date. It was December 28th.
Okay.
And basically before that, December 28th, like for a whole year, like I went to the funeral, like, I want to work, but a whole year I didn't hear anything. So out the blue, like I got a call. Well, they didn't call me. They tracked down my aunt to get in contact with me.
Oh man.
So it's like the career just found its way
Yeah.
into my life.
The Lord knew what's up, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like he was summoned. You
Yeah.
feel me? So ended up they found me or whatever. They called me and asked you want to basically work. And I said, yeah, okay. When do I start? They was like, put on a suit and come down here now. I'm like,
Just like that.
Just like that.
Oh man. And you were just cool with that? You were just
Like in the beginning, like I was like, what the world am I about to do? Like, and I was really nervous, like going in it, because when they called me, basically said to come down, basically I didn't know I was going on the removal, so I was actually going to pick up a body.
from where do you pick it up?
So you can pick up bodies like wherever they pass away, or if they pass away from a tragic event or something like that, then they'll go to the medical examiner office. So this particular time, I went to the medical examiner office, my first go.
So it was a tragic event.
Yeah, tragic event. And crazy thing about it is, what ended up happening, I went and picked up a dude that I knew and I was cool with.
No.
Yeah. Like he had.
No. What?
Yeah.
Wait, so you knew the guy that just had died in
Had
the tragic
died.
event?
Yeah.
No. How was that like?
Man, like luckily, well, I can't say with the actual the medical examiner office. So like the body come to us, the decedent, they come to us basically in what we call a body bag. So
Yeah.
the body bag, you don't see anything. So I was okay.
Okay.
But
But
it was still in my mind like it's a body back there, you feel me? So I still didn't think nothing of it. So we got back to the funeral home. So I was thinking, okay, y'all gonna show me the ropes, what I need to do when I get the body back or whatever like that. Like next thing I know, excuse me, I was doing something. Basically, I was doing something in the corner or whatever. So I turned around, and there it was a body pretty much on the embalming table, open. And I was like, what the world?
like how? So when you say open, like is it like
So pretty much meaning open, meaning that there was a full post. Pretty much when it mean full post autopsy was done.
okay?
So
Yeah.
pretty
So
much-
talk. Yeah. When you say
Yeah.
the terms, explain to us what's going on here. Because
so full post autopsy on that end. So pretty much he was when they do an autopsy, they pretty much look at organs as well as run organs on tests to see what actually happened, how it happened.
right.
Get all the way down to the nitty gritty. So you have to pretty much an incision has to be made in the torso area so that they can get inside.
It's like a Y, no?
Yeah, it's a wide incision.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's the wide incision. Some of them are different. Some of them may have a T incision. It just depends on the actual the
Event.
medical examiner office.
Oh, okay.
So with the wide incision, pretty much, he'll be open up. You'll see organs, everything, like organs.
So wait. So man, hold on. So when you see the body on the table, right, and you see the body open, like first of all, is there a smell? Or do you guys add any type of?
It's a smell.
So you guys don't add any like special,
No.
so it won't smell. You actually
No.
smell.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
just imagine me seeing that sight and smelling, like it was like, whoa. You feel me?
You didn't faint.
No, I
Nah.
was straight. Like I think I got over, I was like, what in the world? But then I got over it and it became interesting. Like it really did.
Gotcha.
It
Wow.
became interesting. So I started that, on that end. So I started, picking up bodies and stuff like that. I worked funerals and stuff. So like, drove the hearse and drove limos and stuff like that. So, that was pretty cool. But like, just to piggyback on it, I started building an interest in it, but there was some history basically within, I guess, my history, you feel me? Some past events that pretty much led me to love the industry. So like I can say, well, when I was growing up, I lost my mom or whatever. So
Man, I'm
she
sorry.
passed away from cancer, and my freshman year of college, I lost my grandmother. So like having both of those losses or whatever, like I had a lot of pain on the inside. But I've learned, like, while I've been in the industry working with people and helping somebody else through their pain, like I have healed.
Mm,
So
it's
that's
almost like a
why,
purpose.
yeah, it is a purpose. Like
Wow.
I have tried all kind of other careers and stuff like that, but I always find my way back to this. Like I even started going back to school, working in like residential construction management, but the love really wasn't there like it
Right.
is for the funeral
For
industry.
the funeral industry.
Yeah.
Wow. That is actually wild for me. Like,
Yeah.
you found a purpose
Yeah.
in the funeral like industry. And that is like stunning,
Yeah.
like how God will put you in that situation to, you know
Right.
what I mean?
You're right. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
And man, that's crazy. So, all right, let me start asking questions because I'm definitely I'm curious, and if I ask the questions out of pocket, just let me know. I'm just curious, like just legitimately curious and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so first of all, like when you see, when you go into like pick people up, like now I'm assuming you're kind of used to it now. Like when you
Yeah. I'm used. I'm
like, can you
used
get
to
used
it.
to that?
You can get used to it, but like everything is different. Like every situation, every scenario is different. So you can get used to it, but you got to go in there with an open mind that like this is going to be different,
Right.
Like the same 90-year-old lady you pick up one day may not be the same 90-year-old lady you pick up the next day, you feel me? So like
Right.
it's the body itself is so interesting, and as well as once life actually stops and organ stops, like the body's different, like different.
Dude.
Yeah.
That
It's
that's just
different.
you know what it is because like man it's like a big deal, and like you said, like they're behind a dead body, there's always like family and friends that are
Yeah.
mourning, and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
just that is definitely special. But so talk to us, you mentioned earlier, like when you went in, like what when you were doing you don't do the autopsy, but what is it that you do, the embalming? So what is
Yeah.
that like?
So what embalming is basically is a temporary halt of decomposition pretty much. So it's like preservation.
Oh,
So what happens is when
that's a
you're
great way of putting it, man. I
yeah,
didn't know it was like that.
yeah, it's like a temporary halt of decomposition. So when your body actually when cells stop actually living, they turn into amino acids, so they actually start breaking down.
Okay.
So when cells starts breaking down, basically organ starts breaking down, it creates, as we say, decomposition. Okay,
Yep.
so that's just like a rotten fruit. You feel me? Like you sit a rotten fruit out on the table.
And that's what starts creating that smell.
Yeah, the
And
smell and all of that. So that's what a body do. Like
okay.
so, when it comes down to it, the embalming process basically preserves and halts that. So people always think that we have to take organs out and have to do all of that. Like people ask,
Yeah.
like, "What do y'all do to organs?" But the thing about it is, we never, as I would say, all organs follow the person. The only time we see organs is when there is an autopsy. You feel me? Like if someone passed away from a terminal illness and stuff like that, we never like take organs or none of that out. That's not what we do. The only thing what we do is with embalming, we actually replace blood with embalming fluid, and the embalming fluid basically is what preserves the body.
How do you replace the blood though? Like because the blood is not circulating through the body. So
So what it is basically the embalming machine. Basically, there's different pressures that can actually pump fluid. So what we use is the main two systems is the arterial system. The main system is arterial system. So we actually pump embalming fluid through the arteries, and then we actually with us pumping the embalming fluid in, it pushes the blood out of the
gotcha.
veins. So pretty
Yep.
much when you look at the body, the your arterials your arterial system pretty much turns into your veins pretty much on
Yeah.
that end. So it's like a continuous flow.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think arteries are the ones that push blood into your heart,
Right.
and then you have
Vein.
veins that flow
Right.
through. Right.
Yeah,
I know
that
a
pushes
little
it
bit
out. Yeah,
anatomy.
that
I
was
got.
that
Yeah, I
was
got.
you got anatomy. I see.
Yeah,
I see. I
it's because I've
see.
been sick for a long time.
I got you.
So, unfortunately, but okay, got you. So that fluid is meant to preserve that for how long? Is it like you guys decide, or is just like
So
does it have like a deadline where like how long you can have that fluid in or anything?
no, the fluid pretty much it turns into how can I say it? So the fluid itself, when the body's embalmed, the amount of time that it basically preserves, it just depends on the earth. You feel me? It's meant to be there. It's meant to preserve for years. Like
Wow.
depending on the process. If you look at like the different processes of like mummification and stuff like that, that was actually the first process of embalming. You
Embalming.
feel me?
Yeah.
Basically in preserving the body. So if you look at some of the mummies, as well as you look at some of the dignitaries, as well as high ministers and stuff over in like Europe,
Right.
like the ones that were preserved and actually put on display, stuff
Mhm.
like that, like they've been dead for years. So embalming pretty much halts it for years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is that just like in case of like a criminal, or is just because it's just probably the best way to go about things?
It's the best. Here's the thing. Embalming is not a required process. You feel me?
Oh.
It's not by law. It's not. So pretty
Oh.
much you can either choose to have your loved one embalmed, or you can choose not to have your loved one embalmed. But when a body actually comes into contact with the public health, it's best for that, only because when your body starts breaking down, that's hazard to people, pretty much.
Okay. So when you're embalming somebody, like besides like the fluid, what else do you do? Is there like do you put like I don't know why I have like cotton or things inside. Like anything inside at all? Or you just the fluid and that's it? It's just the fluid.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so far behind, bro. I'm shocked. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was like something else. Like you opened the body and there's like
No.
maybe because I'm from El Salvador and over there they don't have I guess in third world countries like when you pass, if you want things to be I guess cheaper, like the body starts they do like a small process and if you know what you died from, like it within 1 or 2 days you have to be buried.
Gotcha. See, so
You know what I'm saying?
that's what you're
Because
saying.
the body starts
Yeah,
decomposing and
decomposing. Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
So so in El Salvador, do they actually embalm? Or they
I don't even know like
Okay.
the whole, but you know what? Let me tell you. Let me tell you a story though on that. Um, when I was younger, somebody in our quote unquote neighborhood over there, he passed, and they had him in the casket for days, and he started like well, not just decomposing, but also like started like what are they called? Not warts, but like his body started getting like big. What is this? I don't know what it's called. You probably know more.
That's it's
It-
called
but
pretty much edematous, like meaning that swelling.
swelling,
Yes.
correct? Yeah, there was like swelling in his body, and
Yeah.
he was getting big enough where like I don't know if they explode or not, but maybe they were making crap up. But from what I remember, he was just getting big, and it was like, yo, we gotta go, bury him.
That's real.
That's like they.
That will happen.
So it's not a myth.
It's not a
So I
myth.
wasn't lied to.
So like if a body is not like embalmed, like when those amino acids actually breaks down, it turns into a gas. You feel me?
Oh wow, that makes
Yes,
sense.
it turns into a gas, so it becomes a balloon. Your body becomes a balloon.
And you know what's fun? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And not a balloon with helium. So like it's like it becomes a balloon, so pretty much it starts blowing up, swelling, and all this gas starts building up. Like, and if it takes so long or something like that, like that's why as we call it decomp cases. You feel me? So decomp cases basically mean that they passed a long time, and or either they was found in the house like days later and stuff like that. So like you have to be careful with movement because the body can pop, and that gas and liquid and stuff can like pop on you.
Oh nah, bro.
That's real.
So dang. So what they told me was right because my mom. I don't know who it was who told me at that point, but they were like, yeah, he was getting to a point where like that cat he was about to blow up because they've had him. You know.
That means that he probably wasn't embalmed. But
Uh,
I can say embalming is against some cultures as well. You feel me? Like as well as
maybe that's why they bury you
yeah,
so fast too. I
yeah,
guess.
religions and stuff
No.
too.
Wow. Well, in do you also do the what's the other method when you bury them? But there is a when like you burn them.
Oh, cremation.
Cremation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a certified crematory operator as well. So I've heard.
Hey, what don't you do, bro? You're like the Superman
Yeah, like
of your.
I actually used to manage a crematory and funeral home. So like I'm very accustomed to pretty much going through the cremation process as well.
So, hey, man, how
Yeah,
does that process of cremation work?
like
What goes into it?
so it's as we would call it's pretty much the it's like a oven, like a oven at 1600 degrees, like it's a furnace.
So is from gas?
Yes, from
Okay,
gas. So it's
gotcha.
powered by gas,
Yeah.
pretty much, and it's a chamber, pretty much,
How
like
long
a
are they
oven.
there in for?
It just depends on the body.
Oh,
It
so you check
depends.
if or
So pretty much you can check. Basically, you can tell. Sometimes it takes about 2 hours on that end. It just depends on the body and depends on how big the person is.
person was.
Yeah.
So so what happens is when the cremation process starts and the fire starts going,
Mhm.
there what are they put on and what kind of surface are they put on? It's
So what happens is basically the body is placed into what we call um, a um, a cremation container,
okay.
pretty much, which is what you actually cremated in. So sometimes it can be a casket. Sometimes it can be a minimal
Oh.
cardboard container. It just depends on what the family chooses on
And
that
then
end.
the ashes are left in with
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. So,
all right, be honest
um,
with me, baby. We we are in it
so
now.
like your body is like when your body hit fire, your skin, muscle tissue, and all of that is almost like a piece of paper catching on fire. So like it evaporates
Fast.
fast. The only thing that's pretty much your ashes are really your bones that are left.
Oh, so basically you burned all the skin and the muscles off, and
Yeah.
then when the bones get basically to a point where they just become ashes, is what?
No.
No, so I'm wrong. Go ahead, tell me. All right.
So pretty much, a lot of the bones are we have what is called a processing system, which actually grinds the bones down into the fine ashes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I thought that it was like once you burn the body, the bones became ashes. But you have to
No.
grind the bones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
the amount of things I'm learning right now is crazy, bro. Like uh
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun editing this podcast, bro. Man, so talk to us about I guess what is it that you feel like a person that does this type of work or maybe wants to get into it, who knows, what is it, maybe some advice that you would give people or something that you would be like, hey, this is what you need to do, maybe a mindset, because you told me you're a believer, right? You believe in
Yeah.
God. So I'm gonna ask you a little bit later on about that, but like what is that something that maybe you can give from that, maybe from your
Like
experience? Yeah.
one thing I can say, even now, with me being in the industry for so long, like I I really enjoy like letting people know about my profession. You feel me?
You're right.
Young people that would like to go into it, I encourage them to do it. Only because it's an industry. Again, it's a calling. Like
Right.
if that's something that you want to do, go ahead and do it.
Right.
Because in the end, you will enjoy it. You feel me?
Right.
Um, it's something that I tell people all the time: get into an industry that you love. Don't be so money driven or anything like that. Like get into something that you're going to love. And when young people ask me about it, pretty much I can say, go to school, Start off basically at a funeral home just to get a gyps of it.
Yeah.
See if you like it. You know,
Right.
because you have to start somewhere to get somewhere. You know.
Yeah. I like that.
So start somewhere. Even if you don't want to do the funeral home, try the medical examiner office. Like do something in that profession. Like try it out,
Gotcha.
and then go from there.
Yeah, and the fact that you feel like you have a purpose in it too, I think that's important
Yeah.
too, like you said, right?
Yeah, like it's a purpose. Like at the end of the day, I honestly feel like God put me into this place. Number one, not only to heal, but also to grow, as well as to help others. You feel me?
Wow.
So now I've healed, grown, and I'm still growing, but also I get the chance to help somebody else.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, that's deep. I appreciate you sharing that, man, because
Yeah.
that's real, bro. That's
Yeah.
real.